How many times are you going to restart the same goal before you admit the issue is not that you need a new plan? It's that you keep bringing the same habits, the same reactions, and the same identity into every new attempt. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Gina. You've done the Monday reset, the grocery haul, the motivational speech. This time I mean it energy. This is my health era. And then life gets stressful, progress feels slow, your mood changes, progress isn't coming as fast as they promised in the 4-week shred plan, and suddenly the plan just disappears. So today, we're not doing another hype speech. I'm talking to you. I'm gonna show you how to change your body in 90 days by focusing on what actually creates results. Can you guess it? Your behaviors, your standards, your identity. Outcomes matter, but obsessing over outcomes is often exactly what sabotages them. So let's get into it. Part 1, why outcomes keep tripping you up. Let's be honest. Most people do not fail because they don't know enough. You know vegetables are good. You know movement matters. You know sleep matters. And you know the late nights emotional support snacking probably isn't really helping. The information is not the main problem. The real problem is behavior under friction. Who you are when you're stressed, you're tired, bored, busy, discouraged, not seeing results yet. That version of you determines your future more than your motivated Sunday self ever will. And here's where neuroscience matters. Your brain loves efficiency and predictability. It automates repeated actions. That means if you've repeated, quit when overwhelmed, restart on Monday, throw it out the door of the weekend, overdo it, then burn out, eat well until stress hits, skip one workout and disappear for 2 weeks, be either on or off the workout wagon, your brain has learned that loop. Not because you're doomed or a mess up, but because repetition wires behavior. But the good news, the repetition can rewire it too. And that's what the next 90 days are for. Most people say they want fat loss, more confidence, more energy, a better body, and nothing wrong with that. But then they make the outcome the daily focus. They wake up asking, did I lose weight yet? Do I look different? Is this working yet? Am I not there yet? And that mindset creates impatience. Impatience creates emotional decisions, and emotional decisions creates inconsistency. Here's what I mean. If your main focus is the outcome, then every slow week feels like failure. Every scale fluctuation feels personal. Every imperfect day feels like proof you can't do it. So you quit the behaviors because the outcome didn't happen on your timeline. That's backwards. You do not control instant outcomes. You control repeated actions. And repeated actions create outcomes. That's why for the next 90 days, we're shifting your attention from, am I there yet? To, did I do what I said I would do today? That question is what creates change. That question is what changes lives. If you feel like I'm already calling you out, drop your name below so poor Gina can stop taking all the heat. Part 2, the identity shift that changes everything. Most people try to force behaviors that don't match their identity. They fake it. They say, I want to work out consistently. I want to eat better. I want to stop quitting. But underneath that, they still believe, I'm lazy. I always fall off. I'm an all or nothing person. I never stay disciplined. I don't know what I'm doing. And your behaviors tend to follow the story you believe. So we're replacing that story with something a little more useful. I'm the kind of person who, fill in the blank. I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. I'm the kind of person who trains even when I'm not hyped or motivated. I'm the kind of person who eats like an adult most of the time. I'm the kind of person who bounces back quickly. I'm the kind of person who learns instead of quits. And that's not just cheesy little mindset fluff, that's direction. Your brain needs an identity to organize behavior around. So for the next 90 days, stop asking what a motivated person would do. Ask, what would the kind of person I want to become do next? And then do that. So let's get into the 90-day plan, but let's remember we're still talking about you and who you will have to work to become. You won't just be a different person just because you're on a 90-day plan. Gina, I see you. Before we start, for the next 90 days, I do not want you obsessing over the finish line, Gina. I want you obsessing over becoming the kind of person who naturally gets there. That's different. Most people chase outcomes with temporary behaviors. We're building identity through repeated behaviors. Remember, your brain needs evidence. Let's give it that evidence that you are becoming someone else. Not that you simply did a killer HIIT class 5 days in a row and you could eat your weight in pizza and ice cream. Because when behavior becomes normal, the result becomes more likely. So every phase has 2 goals. 1, do the practical behaviors. And 2, practice becoming someone new. So let's go. Phase 1, days 1 to 30, build reliability. Month 1 is not about proving how hard you can go. You've done that before. It's about proving you can be counted on by yourself. Right now, some of you trust your excuses more than you trust your own word. Gina, we're changing that. You are not trying to become impressive in 1 month. You are trying to become reliable. And that means boring wins. Sorry, simple wins. Repeatable wins. But guess what? The kind of wins your old self would overlook because they're just not dramatic enough. So here are the core behaviors. 1, walk every day. 8,000 to 10,000 steps. Why are we walking? Because it's accessible, it's sustainable, it's effective, and it is low drama. Walking builds calorie burn, helps regulate stress, improves energy, supports digestion, and gives you a daily vote for the identity of I'm the kind of person who moves every day, not just when I feel like it, not just when the weather is perfect, not just when I'm starting fresh, but daily. Second behavior, strength train 3 times per week. 3 intentional sessions. Not random punishment workouts because you ate pizza, not 5 days in a row because you're feeling guilty. 3 repeatable sessions. Repeatable. Focus on the fundamentals. Squat, hinge, push, pull, core, carry. Why? Because strength changes your body, supports longevity, improves confidence, and teaches you something deeper. You can do hard things progressively, and that matters a lot in and out of the gym. Every workout you complete becomes proof. I'm the kind of person who trains consistently. You can do it at the gym or at home, whichever you, reliable you, will actually do. I have videos for getting started in both the gym and at home linked below. Third behavior, protein at every meal. Build your meals around protein. Not because you need to become a macro police, but because protein supports fullness, muscle retention, recovery, and steadier energy. And because structure beats chaos. A lot of people think they need more discipline when what they really need is fewer blood sugar crashes and less I forgot to eat all day and then attack the pantry moments. If you don't know how much protein to get, multiply your weight in pounds by 0.8 to 1 gram of protein and then log it to see if you're getting enough. Spoiler, probably not. And that's across all meals, the whole day. Number 4, stay in a moderate calorie deficit. Notice I said moderate, not reckless, not miserable, not I'm surviving on air, rage, and sparkling water with lemon. No, a small deficit you can sustain teaches a powerful lesson. You do not need to suffer to succeed. Some of you only trust plans that feel extreme. That's why it's so hard to stick with them. That's because intensity feels productive, but intensity without consistency is just entertainment. We want results. A sustainable deficit would be 300 to 500 calorie deficit a day. That could be something as simple as skipping the sugary Starbucks frap and instead getting a regular old latte instead, not drinking your calories, choosing the lower fat option, choosing high volume foods that are still low calorie like vegetables and fruit. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but it has to be consistent. Again, log your food if you don't know if you're in a deficit or not. Number 5, keep a sleep routine. Not perfection, just better habits. Earlier nights when possible, consistent wake times, less revenge bedtime procrastination if we can help it, because a tired brain negotiates more, craves more, chooses short-term comfort more easily. Then people say, I have no willpower. Sometimes it's not a character flaw. Sometimes you're just regular exhausted. Put the phone away. If you're tossing and turning at night and you want to pull your phone out, think instead, I'm not that person anymore. I'm the person who respects my sleep hygiene. Gina? So the identity focus for month 1, every morning, ask what would a reliable person do today? then do that version of you. Not the dramatic version, not the fantasy version, not the Instagram worthy version, the reliable version. If all you did in month 1 was become more trustworthy to yourself, that alone changes your future. Phase 2, days 31 to 60, we build proof. Now we keep the same foundation and add intention. This is where people sabotage themselves. They start doing well and then they get bored. They stop because it's no longer exciting. It's repetitive. But growth often stops feeling exciting right before it starts becoming real. So month 2 is about collecting proof. Proof that you don't need novelty. Proof that you can stay steady, and proof that your old patterns are not in charge anymore. So the upgrades for this phase are building off of last, keeping the same core behaviors. First, progress your workouts. Add more reps, more weight, improve form, slow the tempo, own the movement. Your body responds to progressive challenge, but your mind responds to progressive evidence. When you see yourself getting stronger, your identity starts to shift from I'm trying to I'm becoming. You are no longer starting, now you're owning it. 2, improve your food honesty. No shame, no weird guilt spiral, just honesty. The handfuls count. The bites count. The weekends count. The healthy treat with 900 calories, they count. This is not about restriction. It's about self-respect through honesty. You can't adjust what you refuse to acknowledge. Number 3, protect the weekend. Let me lovingly call some of you out. You are not confused why progress is slow. You're pretending to be confused because Monday through Thursday is structure, and then Friday through Sunday is a hostage situation. Enjoy life. Go out. Have the dessert. But stop becoming a completely different person every weekend and acting shocked by the math. Number 5, keep going imperfectly. This might be the most important skill of all. Missed a workout? You train tomorrow. Ate too much? Next meal, back to normal. Bad weekend? Strong, but sustainable on Monday. People who win long-term are not flawless. They're just less dramatic. They don't turn one moment into an identity. So the identity focus for month 2, say, I'm the kind of person who gets back on track fast. Not eventually, not next month, not someday, fast. I'm not victim to all or nothing thinking. That's not me anymore. That one identity shift can save years of spinning your wheels and changing how you see yourself. All right, phase 3, days 61 to 90, we raise the standard. Now we stop acting like this is a temporary project. This is where behavior becomes lifestyle. This is where you stop asking, can I keep this up? Because the answer should be yes. If the plan only works as a sprint, it was never a real plan. Keep the core behaviors. Still walk, still train, still eat with structure, still prioritize recovery, still tell the truth. The basics do not become less valuable because they became familiar. That is the secret. Build bounce back speed. You will still have messy days. That's what the training is for. You're a human, not a lab rat. The difference now is recovery speed. Old you, I messed up, I'll restart later. New you, that was one moment. What's my next best choice? That question, that is the power. Think lifestyle, not deadline. Think lifestyle, not when this 90 days is over. A lot of people unconsciously believe when I hit the goal, then I can stop. Stop what? Taking care of yourself? Moving your body? Eating with intention? Managing stress? Building a healthy body that can keep up with your grandkids? That mindset guarantees relapse. Just because it's 90 days doesn't mean that it ends at 90 days. We're not renting results for summer. We're building a life you can live in. So identity focus for month 3. I'm the kind of person who lives this way now. That sentence matters because eventually you stop forcing behaviors and start expressing identity. That's freedom. That's what you can stick with. That's what's going to keep you coming back. So let's clean this up once and for all. Consistency is not never messing up. Always motivated, perfect macros, flawless weeks, robotic discipline. No, consistency is returning to the right behaviors again and again with less chaos each time. That's it. The strongest people I know are not always on. They just don't abandon themselves when life gets messy. And that's where outcomes finally start to take care of themselves. Because when behaviors stabilize, calories average out better, training compounds, energy improves, confidence rises, trust grows, results become more likely. Outcome obsession asks, did it work yet? Behavior focus asks, did I practice who I want to become today? One creates anxiety, the other creates progress. So here's your challenge for the next 90 days. Every time that old voice shows up, you know the voice that says, you always quit, you already ruined it, you don't know what you're doing, it never works for you, just start Monday, skip today. I want you to interrupt it with 2 words. Who says? Who says you always quit? Who says one mistake defines you? Who says you need perfect conditions? Who says your past gets to vote on your future? Who says you can't become someone new through repetition? Challenge the thought, challenge the habit, challenge the identity. Because just because a pattern is familiar does not mean it deserves to stay. And if that felt uncomfortably personal, welcome, you're my people. And if you're ready to take ownership and change the identity that has been holding you back, subscribe and comment below that you're here so I can stop picking on poor Gina. This channel is not just more fitness advice you forget by tomorrow. It's where we turn truth into action, build lasting habits, and help you become the kind of person who can create results and keep them. I'll see you in the next one.